It is the RIOT Podcast, Wednesday, December 14th edition. Really good show today.
I think everybody had a fun time.
Really good show. Don't just take my word for it. Kelly.
Oh, did you see her text?
Kelly texted in at 8772 RadioU from Pennsylvania, and she said, great show.
Now, remember, you can, if you're a podcast listener, obviously you're listening to the podcast, but if you ever check out RadioU.com or our free RadioU app, you can actually listen to our whole show every morning with music and everything.
Yeah.
If you ever
big
want
undertaking.
Yeah, if you ever want to just, experience our full show.
And also remember that no matter how you listen, you can always text us compliments to 8772 RadioU like Kelly did.
Love them.
And even better, you could leave a review on whatever podcast platform you use and help grow the show so we have more people to send us compliments.
Maybe you could just copy Kelly's comment and put it as a review.
That's a good
Sounds
idea.
like a great
That's
review.
a good idea.
So today during the show, one of the things we talked about, Hudson tried to convince Nikki and I to stop wearing deodorant early on in the show.
I feel like sometimes you want to take that side. If we take the one side, you always want to take the other side.
He wants to argue.
You're not going to stop wearing deodorant.
No, of course not. That'd be ridiculous. But
So why the argument?
I don't know why. I don't know. Because, you see something online and you just want to give it a fair shake. You know what I mean?
Well, why don't you try
Hudson's
that?
like,
we're
Your
open-minded.
week off at the end of the month. Why don't you try that then?
Yeah, I'll see how my
he's
life
like, you
likes
can't
that.
fire me if I'm not wearing
I did say
deodorant.
that. I did say that. But
It's not like you can fire me.
That seemed combative.
I just want to approach. I think we need to be open-minded. We're a scientific show, right? We're open to statistics and results, and we just want to live healthier, better lives. And so when I see information, I want to present it, and I want us all to treat it fairly before we thumb our noses at it, even when it says we don't need to wear deodorant.
We're not thumbing our nose at it. We're just waving our armpit at it.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing.
We also talked about some of the tips to help your relationship survive throughout the holiday season.
Yeah, I think there's tips in there for each of us that we all could apply, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, except for me.
I guess for you. Yeah.
Aww.
But
Because I don't really have anything to keep surviving.
Now, these are still good because you have to have like friend relationships and like family ones. So some of these you could just change a few words out and it'd be like your family.
Yeah.
actually, this could be helpful for you, Isaiah. You could help your friends by when they invite you, like your friends that are paired up.
Oh, they invite you along?
Yeah, if they're like, hey, come along, you could say no. For the sake of
You
your
guys need
relationship.
some time to yourself.
For the sake of your relationship, I'm going to sit this one out.
It sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I think it does.
You know what? I'm not going
And
to
then
go
when
with
they
you
get
guys.
married or whatever, they'll have you to thank.
Yeah, they'll be like, wow, you really helped our
man.
relationship thrive.
And then you got to go to the wedding.
Yeah. Or I can just do the old switcheroo and I can just catapult someone's relationship just into the gutter.
No.
You could.
Don't be
you
that
could. You could
friend.
ruin
I
it
could
by
do that as
being
well.
the third wheel.
Like, well,
and
I
then
haven't
you
been
steal
hanging
the
out.
girl.
I haven't been hanging out with my friend Robbie much recently. Maybe I'll just start hanging out with him a little bit more during the holiday season.
So you're
See
going
if
to
I
take
can't finish off his relationship.
Robbie,
for him.
watch out. It's a trap.
Robbie's going to take this list and then he's going to twist it all and he's going to break you guys up because he's going to put stress on your relationship.
The
Now
gremlin
he's
I am.
giving him the tools.
The Grinch.
We also talked about some of the things that happen in Christmas movies that never happen in real life.
Oh, that was a good discussion.
Yeah, if you guys have anything to add to that, definitely text us at 877-2-RADIO-U. Include your name and that you're a podcast listener. And I feel like that conversation might come back again.
Yeah, maybe we can revisit that tomorrow night in the RIOT Christmas party.
Are we ready for our Christmas party?
Oh, I'm so
Well, I'm
pumped.
ready.
So tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, we've got, and I guess I should put the date because you guys listen to these podcasts sometimes years later. It is on Thursday, December 15th in the year of 2022.
Yeah.
We're doing our Radio U Riot Christmas party on our Radio U Riot Facebook and our YouTube channel, so you can watch and hang out with us there. But, we've got a lot of fun things planned for tomorrow, and we'll just hang out.
Yeah, we've got a gift exchange, candy cane taste test, and a cookie decorating competition, and also your questions and whatever. We'll talk about those as well. Now, Nikki,
Yeah.
you had to get gifts and decorate your cookies. How far have you come on that?
I've got all my cookie stuff. I'm going to make them when I get home today.
Okay.
And all your gifts are wrapped up and everything.
Ooh.
Exciting.
Yeah, your gifts
And
are ready
for
to go.
me, I've got the gifts. I haven't wrapped them. I've made the cookies. I haven't decorated them.
Yeah. So you're good.
But the people that have eaten my cookies so far have said, very good,
We're not
very
allowed
good job.
to
And usually I don't
decorate.
get complimented.
We can't decorate during the show because we're not allowed to with our equipment.
Yeah, it'd be a
But like
mess.
we can come with our cookies decorated, and then everybody's gonna have a chance to vote.
Yeah. And then Isaiah, how's your situation going?
I don't have the gifts yet. I'm going to get those either today or tomorrow. And then I don't have the ingredients yet for my cookies. So I'm probably going to get that either today or tomorrow. But
When
they're
you
going to
go
be
get
so
our gifts,
fresh.
Are you?
It's going to be a one-stop shop for me.
You wouldn't do something like
Buy store-bought cookies?
Oh,
pre-decorated
no.
I did strongly consider that. I was like, is that funny enough, or would I rather like really sincerely try my best at decorating?
It's not against the rules, and honestly, you can make you don't have to make a sugar cookie. You can do whatever you want and whatever just looks the nicest. It's totally fine.
Oh, yeah, there's
Peanut
no
butter
rules.
cookie,
I can
or-
make whatever I want.
You can make
right?
whatever you want.
You can make a spritz.
I can make anything.
Yeah, you could do a lot.
Do
of
I even have to really make a cookie?
Okay, now we're
All of a
just.
sudden.
Are you
What are you
next?
gonna
Will be
make,
like, do I have to
Isaiah's
show up?
I'm gonna go buy an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen and be like, well, look what I brought and decorated.
No, all you have to do is go to our break room. We have the Little Debbie Christmas tree ice
yeah.
cream.
Yeah.
Make a Christmas cake out of that,
Yes.
and you're fine.
Yeah,
Well.
for me, do you guys feel confident in your cookies?
I mean, I know they're gonna taste good. I just don't know. I'm
About the look?
nervous about how they will look. I feel like I'm gonna be a little ambitious with my decoration. Do you know what you guys are trying to put on your cookies? The designs you're going for?
Well, no, but I will say it's harder because most places we stop by to get the decorating stuff, everybody was out of everything.
Mine are going to be one color.
Because there's no other colors.
Pretty much,
I
yeah.
found black and purple icing. So
oh, there we go.
That's mine. They
That's
were either
yells Christmas.
yes.
going, I was either going to go crazy colors or I had to spend a lot of money. So I just went with one. I picked out one Christmassy color and that's it.
I think mine were left over from Halloween. So they'll leave them there. Well, you guys enjoyed the podcast today. And don't forget to join us tomorrow night for our Christmas party.
Yep. We'll catch you then.
Bye.
See you guys.
It's the worst of the riot on RadioU.
First, I want to share this with you. We all, this isn't too much to ask, right? We all wear deodorant on the show.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Some people don't have to.
Some people don't have to.
And some people choose to wear the one or the other, like the antiperspirant or
deodorant.
Or the deodorant. It just depends on your
I think
body.
When you go to the deodorant section at the store, I think deodorant and antiperspirant, are they usually separate things?
Well, they
Or
can
do
be separate or they can be combined into one,
Yeah.
like a 2-in-1.
You wear a 2-in-1?
No, I wouldn't even need to wear antiperspirant because I don't really sweat.
Yeah, I don't really either.
But I use both just because.
I just buy the one that has both in it.
See, I use 2 different ones every morning.
You do not.
I do.
You do
No,
not.
you don't.
I do use 2
You just
different
said you
ones.
didn't even
roll
need
on
it.
to
I don't
it.
need it, but I do what I do too every morning.
Wow.
Why would you do that? Why would you
See,
just combine the
I
two?
usually have the combined ones, but the ones I'm using right now, my roommate actually bought, and he thinks that they're mine now because I've been using them for so long.
Oh, sure.
So I've just
Wait,
been using his little duo.
So
Is it spray on or roll on?
I stole it, yes.
You stole his. Had he used it before?
I think he used it in the beginning, and then
Oh my
I was using it
God.
so frequently that he thought it was mine because there's still some left. And
Yeah.
on Friday, I was out, and he asked me to pick him up deodorant because he was out. And I was like, we're not out. I thought we were just sharing it. And he thought it was mine the whole time, so I guess I've been the only one using it.
I don't have data here.
Listen,
on
that's how roommates are. It's just deodorant.
roommates. It's not just deodorant. That's not good.
Is it weird because it's rolling on your hair and skin?
It's going in. Yeah, that's one of the grossest parts of your body.
Your armpit?
Yeah.
That's one of the grossest
That's probably
spots.
one of the top 10.
It didn't really feel dirty. I don't know. It doesn't feel wrong to
You
me.
could have his hair in it.
There's never
You
hair
want
on
his
there.
hair and your armpit hair?
Yeah,
You're
it
getting all
doesn't-
tangled up
It
together.
doesn't bother me. I'm a man.
It doesn't bother you. Oh my gosh. Well, that's not even what I want. I was gonna present an argument, not that one I believe in, but an argument that I'm seeing being made to not wear deodorant.
At all, or just wearing an antiperspirant?
No, to just not wear nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Because, really, it comes down to it's just our current society in America says that, basically, we have strong preferences and sensitivities to smell and, coming down to the body odor from your pits. And then also, where it like if you were to get really sweaty and you had sweaty clothes, that would also be looked down upon, of
Yeah.
course. And so it's really a societal thing, but they compare to like for brushing your teeth, flossing,
That
stuff
actually
like
helps
that.
your body.
They say, that if you do that, like there's data to suggest that helps you live longer, whereas wearing deodorant or antiperspirant, it doesn't do anything for your health. It just makes you
Well, your mental
smell
health, if
nicer.
you-
It just makes people respect you.
Yeah, like if you go
Yeah.
around, I mean, it's too late. I feel like your body's adjusted to it. So I don't.
So what, you think you'd sweat and smell even worse
Yeah,
now?
it's kind of like, some people stop washing their hair and then it's supposed to look amazing like a year later. You just have to work through the process. I feel like if you stopped using deodorant, you got to work through that process and you better be prepared for no one to want to be around you.
There's going to be some downtime in between where you're smelling real weird.
Real bad.
Yeah, I
Because your
mean,
body's used to it.
Probably, but listen to this. Like if you go back in time, or one of the reasons they say that it might actually be like it's weird that we wear deodorant nowadays is because there's something about people's natural scent that makes us drawn to each other. So if we were all just
Or pushed away.
because you can smell like subconsciously or whatever, your brain is able to pick up on the immune system differences between you and other people based off of their smell.
Yeah.
And so, like scientifically, you're more likely to want to pair up with somebody, like date
Oh,
somebody.
mating wise, you're talking
yeah,
about?
mating, like
like
going
an
back to
animal
our
would.
caveman instincts.
Like a wild animal would.
You're more
feel-
likely to want to be with somebody who has a different immune system than you. So then, when you have kids, then they have even stronger immune systems.
Yeah, but what about when you found someone and you don't have to smell anymore? Because remember, they died earlier back then.
Yeah.
And they had a whole other host of issues.
So it's even more important
So
to have a good immune system.
I guess.
I feel like I don't want to base my mating off of smell, unless it's a bad smell. That's just a no. But I don't want to go for a yes off of just they smell good.
What if?
Or if they smell bad, I don't know. If that's what I'm drawn to, I don't know.
What if you're single, you don't wear deodorant,
And then when you get married-
once you get married, you can smell as nice as you want to for for everybody else's.
Yeah, but
and
then
it
you
just-
I feel like it
I'm
usually
off
goes the other
market.
way. I feel
I'm
like it
off
usually goes the other
market,
way.
Then you could smell a single person a mile away.
Yeah, I feel like usually the single people smell good, and the people that have been married for years are like, it's whatever. I think I smell kind of
They
good.
stop caring.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I understand what they're saying. I just think it's too late. Like, our society's just already set up this way.
Well,
We need deodorant.
Somebody's got to change it.
If you come in here not wearing deodorant and you smell bad, we're going to tell you straight up, you got to get the heck out of here.
You can't fire me for that.
Yes, we can.
I think
Nikki, can
in
you
the-
fire me for that?
Actually, I think there is about hygiene in the handbook. So I
There
think
is
you could
hygiene,
actually,
yes.
you could get a warning.
You're
and
outta
then that
here.
could lead.
I don't know why I'm arguing for. I don't want to stop wearing deodorant. I don't want to smell, but I also see the argument, and just want somebody to be open to it.
Not open to it.
Not open to it.
Smell's a big thing.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
All right, let's talk about the holidays. They can be hard on relationships, right? Especially if it's a newer relationship, but
Or
it's
close
established.
to the end. No. It can make or break a
It
relationship.
definitely can. And so I have here, if you care about your relationship, you want to make sure the holidays don't tear you two apart. I've got a list here of tips that you can use to help you stay together through the holidays. Tip number 1, develop new Christmas traditions together.
That's a great one.
Yeah, because you're going to have, right, like you have your own traditions, your partner has their own traditions, and you each probably want to do those, but then it's like nobody's doing, you just want to do stuff that's both of you
Yeah.
involved. So
I'm going to tease you, Isaiah. That'd be Isaiah going to take you to the zoo.
Sounds grand.
Or
To see
Sounds
the zoo lights.
perfect.
bring in cherry fluff.
Oh, yeah.
And then it says, keep some Christmas activities between just you and your partner.
So don't bring your family into it, you mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, right? If you were to go to the zoo lights, it'd be like, hey, call up your folks, my folks. We'll get the whole gang together. A few of your friends, a few of my friends. You get a whole group together to do all the Christmas stuff. You should have a few Christmas things where you just enjoy it, the two of you, or, nights where you just chill out as well.
Because you don't know, it is hard if you're not especially as close with their family yet. Mm-hmm. And then that just means every time you're going out at Christmas time, it's not fun because
it's a lot of pressure on the other person if you're bringing them along with your family for stuff. Now, this is a tough one. Don't compete with presents.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you give each other presents?
Yeah.
But I thought we weren't supposed to.
What do you mean? You're not supposed to compete.
It's if you've been dating for more than a month.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're an established relationship.
So you can give presents.
You can and should give presents, but don't make it a competition, which this is tough for me because you guys know this with me. Everything comes down to the almighty dollar. Mm-hmm. And so I can't have my wife spending more money than me on my Christmas gift. But I also can't if I outspend her on her gift, then I feel like I'm getting,
Look at Hudson. For me, I hope she outspends me. Wouldn't that be the greatest Christmas? You totally destroyed me this year. I'll be honest.
Oh, you're going to love her more.
You killed me. That was fantastic effort from you. Obviously, I slacked a little bit. That's on me. But your Christmas, it was incredible.
But don't you see how that's going to tear you apart?
See, I think it can be a competition as long as you make them think that they won.
Oh, sure.
But if you're being the guy that's like, oh, no, I totally beat you, you're going down in flames for sure. If you make them think they won, then they'll feel good about themselves.
But if they think they won, then they're going to feel like they're getting taken advantage of.
No, they're not getting gypped.
I spent all this money on Isaiah, and all he got me was this sweater.
As long as you put in a decent effort, as long as you didn't actually try to gyp whoever you're in a relationship with, they're going to see that you put in effort, but just make it seem like their gifts were just a little bit better.
Is it tacky to have a gift-giving limit?
No.
You don't think depending on how long you've been together, if you say, hey, no more than this.
That definitely feels very adult.
Yeah.
Which, in other words, makes it probably the right thing to do.
I think you for sure should have a limit.
Good point.
Yeah. Okay, this is big. Have some you time. That means not just time away from your families and friends, but also just time away from your significant other. Try not to overindulge too much. That's tough. Don't let your family talk down to your partner.
Oh.
Now, see, that could cause a rift with you and your family if you have to stand up for, your significant other, but that's something you should do, right? If they're always bad-mouthing them or whatever. Share Christmas tasks, and this is for all times of year. Communicate.
Aww.
Yeah. All right. We've set you up for success, right? Any addendums you guys need to add on?
Communicate as you break up. No, just teasing.
Yeah, exactly. I think the only tip you really need is if you're a man, you just need to hide. During Christmas season, just hide. If it's not an event where you think it's going to go well, you need to be outside doing some chores or something, because other than that, you're going to be in trouble if you're hanging out with them too much. Get some time to yourself, or else you're going to be in trouble.
Oh, I love the holidays.
That's how it's going to go. It's too stressful for anything else.
Why is Isaiah spending so much time putting up the Christmas lights? I thought he did that weeks ago.
You need to hide. If it's not a group event where you feel safe with others there, where you won't get in trouble, as long as you don't say anything dumb, you should be good, as long as you do a lot of group activities. But if you're hanging out with your partner too much, she's going to get mad at you for sure.
Well, I like this one for the last one. Don't get jealous of other people's Christmases.
Oh, that's a good one.
And that's if you have someone, if you're a couple or not, don't get jealous if you see other people do things or give gifts. You don't know the stuff behind it.
The Instagram posts are going to be unreal this time of year.
Do not let that motivate you into being more broke.
Let it roll off of your back.
Yeah, you have your own
Christmas
fun
your
Christmas.
own way, and don't worry about everybody else's.
And hide away.
Hide.
This is RadioU's Worst of the Riot.
A trend that's taking off on TikTok, near as I can tell, and it's a trend that has gone. It had been a trend back in the day, and it's come back around here in 2022, and that is the trend of the lower back tattoo.
Oh, those are back?
You're on TikTok. I thought you would have seen this.
I haven't noticed.
I haven't seen
yet.
this one either. This must just be your TikTok. They must be formulating things for you.
Hey, wait! Lift your shirt up. Let me see your back.
Yeah, let's see your back, Hudson.
What do you have?
Have you guys seen? We've got an influencer named Callie Wilson. She's a TikTok influencer. She's got a TikTok with 4 million views where she says, the quote is, "Come get a tramp stamp with me."
Yeah, that's her back.
Yeah.
We could think of a nicer term than that, but let's call it a lower back tattoo.
A lower back tattoo. I think they kind of got that, they were given that name as a way to shame people out of getting them.
Yeah.
Because they were some would say a regrettable trend, but this is why it's happening. Because it was like the late 90s, early 2000s, back in the day of NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and everything, and Britney Spears. In those days, like that, think about that time, and that's the time the tramp stamps were
Lower back tattoo,
lower back
thank
tattoos.
you.
Where I mean, everybody knows. But so that's when they were popular, and then they quickly, because it's like many would say, a stupid trend, right? And so they quickly fell out of favor. But now what's happening is, right, that was about 20 years ago. Now the kids that like grew up seeing people, maybe they thought they were cool because they were a child. They thought that person was cool. And now it's coming back to where they're old enough to get tattoos. And so they're going for
The
the
lower
lower back
back.
tattoo.
Guys, you don't have to tattoo that area. Do your whole back. Just do the whole thing.
You think the entire
Just
back?
not. Oh yeah.
If you obscure the lower back tattoo by doing the entire back, you think
then
that
it makes
okay?
up for it. As long as I think the worry part is just the lower back only.
You think that's a problem?
And it's almost like, what's the look? The barbed wire sort of look.
Yeah,
It's always like
the
that sort of
tribal tattoos when you're
Yeah.
not. There's nothing tribal about you at all.
Exactly.
What
That's more, I think, where some of the problem came in.
I know we're all waiting. Isaiah, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh, I love them.
Why am I not surprised?
I'm joking, but I would say another reason that this may be like coming back as of right now is because low-rise jeans are also coming back now. For so many years, all the girls, at least the girls my age, have all been wearing like high-rise jeans.
That's right. So
And
you wouldn't even be able to see
higher the
these.
better.
The high-rise jeans, you wouldn't even be able to see these tattoos like for the past like 5 or 6 years because high-rise jeans have been so in. But now that the low-rise have slowly started to creep back in, now you're able to see that lower back area, and so you can now get it tatted back up if you like.
So should we bring back some other trends from like this time?
Well, I mean, not now, guys. Like, you're supposed to, you need more jeans because it's cold out. You gotta.
You gotta at least wait till the spring now.
I know,
Come
wait
on.
for the spring, and
I
then you
don't
got to
know.
get your body like lower jean ready if you're gonna do that. So I don't know. Don't say it yet.
I've got a couple of things I'm picturing. One is like the equivalent of this, but with high-rise jeans. So you have like a middle of your back tattoo, but it only barely peeks
Oh, it's just barely. It's the combination.
And then once you go back to low-rise jeans, the tattoo in the middle of your back makes no sense.
Your shirts are awkwardly cut. They're like, why are
Yeah.
you showing that much? Like, where's your shirt?
You're
at?
showing
Like,
so much back.
what's that?
And then the other thing is we can bring back some other, like if the lower back tattoo is going to make a return, what about like,
Piercing my ears and wearing shorts that are like below my knee.
I mean, that could be you want to bring back like the Vanilla Ice type look and
Yeah,
whatever?
I don't know if I'm for that. I don't think I could pull that off.
What about
It's not really my style.
soul patch? Should we bring back the soul patch?
The
Is
soul
that
patch.
your
Yeah.
beard thing?
Was that ever in?
yeah,
the
it
soul
was.
patch?
Yeah, it was huge.
What about the what was it like? People like bleaching their hair. Was that another one?
Hey, wait a minute. What's wrong with
That
that?
for men. I'm talking about for men. You don't see men bleaching their hair nowadays. But
Yes,
what's
they
it
do.
like? Well, if they do, I'm sorry. I apologize. But for me, I feel like the early 2000 hairstyles and whatnot would be kind of cool to bring back.
That-
But I wouldn't do it yet again.
the hairstyle where like your hair's all gelled down except at the front where it's like
Spiked up. I like any of the spiked
bring that
hair.
back.
When your hair's like buzzed, but you just spike it. Like any of those hairstyles, like they
Yeah,
looked
oh,
ridiculous.
man.
Like all the Justin Timberlake hairstyles that he had. Any of those looked ridiculous, but would be hilarious to see now.
And
Let's
then
bring 'em
you,
back.
you two understand this is why trends come back because you're like, man, that'd be fascinating to try.
it'd be funny to see it.
It'd be funny to see
and
it.
then a bunch of people start thinking it's funny, and then it becomes unironically people doing it, and that's the direction we're headed. But
That's
the
what
thing is, with the
happens.
lower back tattoos, those are permanent. Is the problem that is the real one? I think is like if you're like a teenager or whatever, or like just old enough to get a tattoo, and sometimes your thought process isn't as clear. You're like, oh, this would be cute now, but it's just one of those things. Like think about the people that originally were getting the lower back tattoos, and they're like 45 now.
you want
and-
to you want to tell them to go check in with their mom and dad? Is that it?
Yeah, right. See if your mom has a lower back tattoo.
tattoo.
See how she's feeling about it now.
Well, all you have to do is just remember, if you want to get a tattoo, that's great, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to think a couple things. Do you want it for the rest of your life, or you got to make sure you pick one and pick the color selection so it's the easiest to remove
Mm-hmm.
or cover up.
This is the Riot Radio U.
I've got a question. I would like people to chime in on this at 8772 Radio U. What are things that happen in Christmas movies? Like Christmas movie tropes, things
Yeah.
you see over and over again that don't actually happen at real life Christmas.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, it could be dark and be like your family getting together, having good times.
Yeah, falling in love.
All those things.
Yeah. But no, what you got any good ones? Isaiah, we were talking about this earlier. You said, I don't know what yours is, but you said you had a real good one.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what my good one was.
No, you forgot it.
I know I had something.
Were you just telling him to tell that?
Oh no, I know. I have multiple now. I have multiple. One of the things that always happens in Christmas movies that never happens in real life is like if a couple like just started dating like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Then like the girl or guy, whoever it is, one of the people in the couple will like have no family they have to see for Christmas, and they'll just be with the other one's family for like 3 weeks or a month or however long it is.
Yeah.
When everything goes wrong and they go through all like the adversity that goes on in the movie, but they never have to see their own family. That's one thing that happens.
You're definitely right. First of all, it is people are spending like months at a time, it feels like, in some of these movies with their family at the holidays. I don't know how the Christmas lasts so long and how they have so much time off.
Well, remember, we learned from past studies, families don't want you to stay with them that long.
No, they don't want you to stay with them that long. And we've reiterated on the show several times, if you haven't been going out for at least a month, you shouldn't be bringing a significant other or going to your significant other's family get-togethers. That's a big step you're taking too early.
I think all those scenes are just lies.
Yeah. I mean, just anything from the romantic Christmas movies, a lot of times.
Now tread carefully.
Well,
hang on.
Think about next time you watch a Hallmark movie, Nikki.
Actually, no, none of it's possible.
Take note, just not even just the whole thing happening, but take note when they're like standing out in the cold and what they're wearing. It's not what you would actually be wearing in real life.
I know.
Way better than you actually would in real life. You'd probably be freezing if you were dressed like that in real life.
And remember the whole thing, in every movie, all the coffee cups are always empty.
Yeah.
But like in all those movies, you got to have a nice warm cup of coffee.
Always. It's never an open mug of cocoa that's steaming. It's a closed travel container.
Well, Mark said happy endings.
Yeah. That's
guys,
a good one.
This is going to get dark, okay?
Yeah, it's going to get bad.
Tom's right along there with it. Says nobody's depressed or sad because the holidays can be that way in real life sometimes.
That's true. That is true. It is. It's difficult. I had another one is in movies with like kids and believing in Santa and whatever. The parents are always skeptical. You know what I mean? Like the parents are always trying to talk the kids out of believing in Santa so often, or just like believing in the magic of Christmas. Where like most parents in real life, I think, are like they're the ones that want you to be innocent more than anybody. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, Santa's totally real. Keep on believing. You know?
Santa is real.
I know, but
making sure we're on the same page.
In the movies, I feel like the parents always want the kids to like stop believing for some reason. Like, you got to be realistic. You're 8 years old.
You got to grow up, Tommy.
Hudson, did your mom want you to grow up?
No, Hudson, you're 8 years old now. It's time to be a man.
Yeah.
That feels more personal.
Stop believing in all this magic.
Things, yeah.
Well, John, thanks for texting in. He says mistletoe's everywhere. I've never seen real mistletoe.
You need to come to my house, Nikki. I've got one in the door.
Like, I've never seen real ones. Some people have like the fake ones, but you're right, John. We don't have mistletoe.
Yeah, that
people kissing under the mistletoe. What a total sham.
You're trapping people.
Ridiculous.
And they always find themselves under it at just the opportune time, too.
Mm-hmm. Right behind the fireplace, in the background, crackling.
Yep, and it's never two people that like would never kiss. You know what I mean? Two guys that hate each other.
It's never that like awkward person at like the Christmas party where you're like, oh look, we got caught under the mistletoe. We definitely can't kiss. It's always like the perfect opportune people.
The perfect person at the perfect time.
I like Jeff because we're commenting on Christmas movies and the things in the movies around this holiday season that are never like real life. And Jeff's comment of who knew Santa had so many extra jobs or single sons or daughters.
Oh yeah.
Who need to continue the line of work.
Yeah, that's true too. You want to keep texting in? I think we can bring this back.
If anybody else
I've got
has
a bunch of them.
All right, 8772 Radio U. Things that happen in Christmas movies that never happen in real life. We'll talk about more next.
And it doesn't mean you wish it did. It's just you notice that it doesn't.
The Riot with Hudson and Nikki on RadioU.
Talking about things that happen in Christmas movies that don't actually happen at real life Christmas. And we've had some good answers so far, but we've got more answers to come that you've been texting in. Some really great suggestions.
I mean, there's the obvious stuff of like elves. But we don't have those in real life.
Yeah, we never see them. Reindeer traipsing around New York City.
I think more reindeer would be nice.
Pretty unlikely.
Well, Tom was saying, the snow, like the snow never melts. And then Jeff chimed in also said the timing of snowfall in a lot of Christmas movies is very suspect.
It just snows way more in Christmas movies than it ever does in any city in real life. Like, unless every Christmas movie takes place in Bemidji, Minnesota, there shouldn't be this much snow in December.
We never get that.
No.
Jeff says no one ever tries to rob the Nagatomi Tower on Christmas Eve. Jeff, I'm sorry. We had to look that up. That's a Die Hard reference.
We're not big Die Hard fans.
We're very
here on the
sorry.
show.
I thought Jeff would be very sad to hear that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I had a good one, and that is when like people are doing their family Christmas, they're hanging out, like having Christmas dinner and everything. They're always dressed so nice, like they got smart looking sweaters on and everything.
Slacks.
Yeah,
They're looking good.
They're looking good. If I don't know about you guys, but for most of my Christmas, especially if you're just hanging out at the house, like your parents' house or whatever, you're not dressed up. I actually thought about this at Thanksgiving because my wife took a picture of me and my dad putting the turkey in the fryer.
Yeah.
And I was like, we can't post that. I'm wearing my Green Bay Packers sweatpants and a Macho Man Randy Savage shirt with a stain on it.
But that's your house clothes.
That's your house. That's what you're wearing at Christmas time, though. 95% of the time, you're not wearing like a really cool sweater or whatever. You're not wearing a cashmere.
You're wearing your holiday sweats. I don't know, Isaiah. I think you probably do dress up.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
Gary said an off-duty New York police detective never shows up to save the day, and you are
true.
right.
That's true. That is true. You said you had more?
Yeah, I had some other ones. I feel like dads always being the ones like putting up the Christmas lights, and they're like terrible at it for whatever reason. Like they can never figure it out every year. They always end up like hanging off the side of the house.
But your dad does a good job.
Yeah, of course he does. That's why I said it never happens in real life that way. But in every Christmas movie, there's always an issue hanging up the Christmas lights or the tree getting knocked over by dad as he's trying to set it up.
Or like an animal gets in the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's one. And like other ones would be like you being like really close with your neighbors and you guys all like spending Christmas together or like getting together to like fix the holiday
that's
season.
so true.
Or like another one.
Everybody on the block, get together.
Come on, everybody, circle around, circle around.
Where in real life, we don't open the door.
Yeah, it's like if you run into your neighbors, it's like Merry Christmas, like have a good rest of your day, and not like come on over, we're serving fruitcake in here right now.
I don't know my neighbors' names. I'm not saving Christmas together.
One of my neighbors brought over Christmas cookies last night, and it was so sweet, but I felt like, oh no, like what do I do now?
Yeah.
Like, am I supposed to bring more cookies back?
Oh no! Now the pressure's on.
The pressure. I need to have a neighborhood block Christmas party.
Yeah, you should take some initiative. Make your life more like the movies.
Well, now I was like, great, something happened.
Now I have to do something too. Another one's like people that are like super lousy or super grinchy, realizing they're like a really grinchy or lousy person and becoming a good person all of a sudden.
Happens.
Oddly enough, that never happens during the Christmas time.
They just always stay grinchy. And going back to
we're learning that every Christmas movie is 100% wrong.
They're all lies. But you go back to the Christmas light thing. There's a lot of Christmas tradition stuff that usually always seems in movies to happen on like Christmas Eve, or going back to what we talked about in the last break, like Christmas Vacation. That movie, he's putting up the lights. It seems like it's Christmas Eve, but if you actually look, the movie takes place over like a month, which is again these people that are like spending entire months at each other's houses for the holidays. It's just. Every Christmas movie actually is unrealistic when you start to think about it.
Well, Mike had a good point. Said the dog never gets the turkey.
No, the dog never does get the turkey.
You're not sharing
that's
that.
good. That'd be bad for the dog.
I know you're not supposed to.
Maybe the movies have made us attuned to that.
Well,
to make sure we avoid that.
You're welcome to text if you point out any other Christmas movies that have everything wrong in it that we actually don't have happen in real life.
That never happens in your actual Christmas. You can text us at 8772 RadioU.
The Riot Radio U.
Talking of city council meetings. There was a city council hearing in New York City earlier this week, Monday night actually. And during that meeting, they revealed their New York City Transit president, that is Richard Davey. He alluded to the fact that they may start using in New York City subway systems in the elevators.
Which don't try to go in.
Don't try to go in.
Don't try to go in the elevator. I mean, no one like
don't try to go in.
Oh gosh, that works both ways, doesn't
Yeah.
it? No, I mean, like, have you ever done the subways in New York? It's a lot of walking, like it's a lot of steps, but you're also too afraid to go in the elevator. So what do you do?
Well, here's talking about going in the elevator.
People are peeing in the elevators.
Yes, and that like you're acting like surprised by that.
No,
or?
I mean, like, that's the least of your worries.
Well, it's a worry that they're trying to sort out.
There's the other one.
What do you mean? Getting
The number 2.
Okay, fine.
That will change your life.
Yeah. What if you just see a human pile of feces
It changes something.
in the elevator?
Your innocence is stolen, and I can only tell you this from my trip to San Francisco. The things that I saw, you just can't recover when you've seen someone do that in public.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to walk in on somebody actually doing that.
Nope.
Well, I don't know if they can really police that too much, but they do want to at least make it so that when you walk into an elevator, unless somebody's currently in the act, other than that, it should smell a lot nicer. They are going to be piloting a device that would be installed in elevators that would be able to detect a change in smell.
Like an alarm system?
So that like the janitors for the subway system, I don't know if they'd have like a little map with that, and the elevators would light up if somebody pees or poops in the elevator. And
It sends an alert so they go and clean it?
We get down to 4th Street.
Yeah.
We've got a stinky one down there. And so they'd be having
It's a hot one.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a hot
Coming in hot.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good idea, right? I mean, unless you have an elevator attendant in every elevator, you just can't stop people from doing that, can you?
I know, but the problem is everything is so like short-staffed that you know that the cleanup crew on this, no one's rushing for that responsibility.
No. I imagine them breaking the sensors very early on.
Yeah, so like it can send a sensor, but it doesn't mean they're actually going to come and clean the elevator.
Yeah.
It'd be better if they had like the sprinkler system, like in a room. And if it went off enough, then it just went and then disinfectant.
It sprays Febreze?
Yeah, like disinfectant came down.
What about this?
And then it cleaned it.
What if you just make a drain in the floor?
Oh, gosh. Now then people will just pee in the elevator.
But at least it wouldn't be hurting anything.
Right? You're just asking for
just
it.
Put a drain and a wet floor sign. Oh, gosh. You're good to go.
And again,
I'm a solutions-oriented guy.
Going back to my original comment, it's why you never take the elevators.
You never know what you might find in there.
And then when the elevator's going up, usually they're all glass. The elevator's going up and you just see, the liquid coming down as the elevator goes up.
Yeah. Well, that's an idea for them to consider, as well as this idea that they're actually going with, which is putting the urine smell sensors in the elevators in New York City.
So crews can be alerted and hopefully cleaned up more frequently.
Hopefully.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.